are you doing today?
I am wonderful, notwithstanding the fact that it is 104 degrees this afternoon
is
in
hot.
North Richland Hills. That is not acceptable.
Hey, but the air conditioning is really cool.
The
on
air
the range.
conditioning is very cold on the range. That's fantastic.
So I'm here with Nick from Texas Silencer Company, and he's brought some of his cans up here today.
We did.
Nick, tell me about what you brought.
So we brought 2 cans, both of which you can now get here at Total Shooting Sports. I would like to give a shout out. We followed you guys from the moment we knew you were going to open. We've been waiting. We're really excited. Glad to be here. We brought 2 cans. We brought our flagship, the Hunter.
Okay.
The Hunter is a stainless steel can. It's rated for 300 Win Mag down to 223.
Oh, nice. So you can put it on a lot of different guns.
Put it on a lot of different guns in a single package. This package comes with replaceable end caps in 308 and 223. That gives you some versatility across the spectrum. However, we also make end caps in 243 and 270, which makes us, at this point, the only company that we know of for sure making replaceable end caps in all 4 of the most popular hunting calibers.
Excellent.
So this is really geared for sport shooters and hunters.
Okay, so the guys that are hog hunting, deer hunting.
Exactly.
Deer hunting with the suppressors legal in Texas now.
Deer hunting is legal in Texas. In fact, as of today, it is legal to hunt in all the states where you can otherwise own a silencer, except for Vermont. And I think that that's correct right now. So Vermont will eventually change their opinion about that.
So that's all the more reason to get a suppressor.
Exactly.
What is this one MSRP for?
So the MSRP for the Hunter is $650. All of our equipment, the Hunter and the Outrider, which we'll talk about here in a minute, come with our lifetime warranty. We call it the Code of the West.
Okay.
The Code of the West covers literally everything. We break it, you break it, or God breaks it, we're going to replace it or repair it for free for life.
That's awesome.
That's right.
And you're here, you're local, you're Texas, right?
We're in Weatherford, Texas. That's right. The home of Major Nelson.
Major Nelson? Really?
Yeah.
My Dream of Genie.
That's right.
I did not know that.
That's right.
Love that show.
That's our big one of our many claims to fame.
Well, also the home of Texas Silencer Company.
And the home of Texas Silencer Company, although I don't know that it rises to the level of My Dream of Genie. Someday.
Maybe one someday. So what do we have here? I'm interested in this one.
This product was released earlier this year. It was released after a good amount of internal debate about whether or not we were going to proceed with the 30 caliber titanium or go ahead and start on a 22.
Okay.
Ultimately, what it came down to was a request. The most popular request that we were getting at the time was for a lightweight titanium-based can. So we turned the engineers loose and had some particular benchmarks in mind. We still, obviously, we really want to be as quiet as possible.
Right.
And the Hunter tests at 131.5 decibels at the shooter's ear. We did that testing using the same equipment everybody else in the industry uses. We used 106. That was done with 168 grain FMJs out of a 308.
Okay.
The Outrider tests at 133. A little bit louder, but not a lot. It's still hearing safe.
That's important.
The key with the Outrider, though, is 12 ounces.
Yeah, this thing is light. I mean,
It's
like
12 ounces.
it's less than a Coke can. You wouldn't feel it on the end of your rifle.
When they handed me the first demo, I thought it was plastic, which is a testament to the fact that I'm not a metallurgist. But,
Right.
but I thought it was plastic. You know, he hands it to me, and I went, kind of, oh my gosh. Again, the same replaceable end cap system. So each one of the Outriders, the kit as it comes in this particular box, comes with a 308 end cap, but additionally, it comes with a 1/2x28 adapter. And the 1/2x28 adapter allows all of the black gun shooters, their 5.56 shooters, to move this between their bolt gun and their black gun without.
That's awesome.
Everybody has a proprietary set of connections, quick disconnects, that kind of stuff. And for the average sports shooter and the avid hunter, quick disconnect probably doesn't mean as much.
Yeah.
They're not in a hurry. They're not tactically training. And so direct threat has just kind of been our bread and butter work. very, very excited to be working with the North American Long Range Shooting Association, and those guys shot the can, and we're very pleased with its performance out to 1,250 yards. So we do attribute a lot of that to the fact that we're dealing with a direct thread system. It's a one-to-one connection. If you're a bore and your threads are square and we're square, you're gonna maintain serious accuracy. And for guys that are spending a lot of money on precision rifles, precision hunting rifles, or precision competition rifles, the truth is accuracy is everything.
Right.
It's everything to those guys. A lot of the myths about that, I think, are generated honestly by the video game industry.
Yeah.
You know, it's Call of Duty. You know, right?
Yeah.
When you get to the level where they get the can, it's quiet, but you lose.
Yeah, you can't shoot them as far, because
That's
otherwise
right.
it wouldn't be fair.
Well, whilst I really do love Call of Duty, it is sadly just a misstatement of physics.
Yeah.
That simply isn't that's just not how it works in the real world. I mean, the truth is that and this is not just us, this is any silencer manufacturer, when you add a can to a gun, you're adding length to the barrel.
Right.
And so you actually do pick up some velocity. It's not a lot. It's not, you know,
Right.
hundreds of feet per second.
Right.
But you actually do pick up some speed. Point of impact shift is really a function of a lot of different factors. The weight of the can, the weight of the barrel, how flexible is the metal in the barrel, is it a heavy barrel, is it a light barrel? And point of impact shift is something that all silencer owners will learn to compensate for.
Right.
The really high, how do I want to phrase this? The really well-made silencers, and there are lots in the industry right now. There are a lot of outstanding cans that are being made. Really high-end ones, well, even if they have point of impact shift, they're repeatable.
Right.
That is, you don't have point of impact shift that's moving around the target. If you've got impact shift that clocks you off in one direction, but you stay in that zone
Right.
with every subsequent shot, then once you re-zero the rifle, you're good to go.
Yeah, you're good to go, and you're going to be right where you need to be.
And what we've done is we've created a can where if you've adjusted for your point of impact shift and you remove the can and you put it back on,
It'll be
as long as you're zeroed, you're back.
Oh,
at
that's
zero.
perfect.
You're back at zero.
So really, you just need a rifle that's dedicated to the can.
I think you need a rifle dedicated to the can, but the beauty thing about what
Or maybe a can dedicated to every rifle.
someday. But what we've tried to do is create a set of systems here that are broad enough to cover people who are shooting on, you know, the $300, $400 off-the-shelf 308 they're going
Right.
to take to the deer lease, and the $7,500 high-precision rifle.
Right.
And if we can make both of those shooters happy,
Yeah.
I feel like we've done our job.
Yeah.
I feel like we've done our job.
You have any industry insights? There's a lot of rumors flying around now. Of course, with the HPA, that's the first question I'm going to ask. Well, when is the HPA going to pass? And the second question I always get asked is, why is the wait so long?
So let's address what we know about
Okay.
the Hearing Protection Act. The Hearing Protection Act is still alive. It is in committee right now. In committee is code for asleep, but alive. The ASA is doing what they can. That's the American Suppressor Association. Is doing what they can to lobby and to move Congress towards passage of the HPA.
Is there anything gun owners can do to help move it along?
I think absolutely. I think if gun owners are serious about seeing the HPA pass, get on the phone with your congresspeople and just call them and say, please support the HPA. The truth is, it has a remarkable number of co-sponsors.
Yeah.
I think it's over 100. I'd have to go and look at the paperwork again, but I think it's well over 100 now. Certainly the HPA would be an industry changer. It would be an industry changer in ways that everybody knows about, and it would be an industry changer in ways that I think people maybe aren't considering. So certainly if the HPA passes in its current form, the proposal is that they would be treated similar to a long gun. So you would come in, you would fill out a 4473 like you would for a long gun,
Right.
and you would run it off the shelf. That would be fantastic. The follow-up question that we often get related to the HPA is what do we think it will do relative to the cost?
Right. So
it is intuitive, I think, for people to say, oh, well, costs will go down because demand will be really high, production will be really high, costs will come down. There are a couple reasons that that's probably not going to happen.
Right.
The first reason is that if let's imagine a scenario where the HPA passed tomorrow. Well, there wouldn't be a silencer available
No, you'd have
in a
to run
store
on.
within
Everybody
72
would be
hours.
finally ready. Yeah, you can go get it without having to wait 12 months.
Exactly. At which point the industry then has to match the new demand, and that just simply doesn't happen overnight.
Right.
It's just not possible.
I heard about SHUSH.
SHUSH would treat silencers like an accessory.
That would be even better.
It would be very interesting. That one and this is just my interpretation, I am less confident that something like SHUSH could pass. I think that may
Might
be
be a
a
bridge too
step,
far.
exactly,
Yeah.
one step over the line. But what SHUSH does show is that there is still continued legislative interest in altering the regulatory scheme for these particular items.
Yes.
Of what's going on specifically with the ATF and how they feel about silencers, we know that the ATF is definitely interested in seeing wait times come down.
Right.
We anticipate that they
It's
will
probably a
make.
big work burden for them.
If anybody's had an opportunity to read the white paper that was leaked, to the extent that it was leaked, that was made available back in January or February this year. This paper was written by a man named Ronald Turk. Very quickly became good. Everybody wanted to be his best friend in the industry all of a sudden,
Right.
because he had some really, really smart, forward-thinking ideas on ways to clean up some of the ATS regulations, including the regulatory scheme for silencers. And in it, there's a simple and easy acknowledgement that I was very glad to see. And that is an acknowledgement from the ATF that, really this is not an assassin's tool. Crimes aren't committed with these, or at least very rarely are they committed with these. They're almost never by legal owners.
Yes.
They acknowledge the health benefits of shooting with a can for hearing protection.
Y'all can probably hear it right now.
Yes.
One side is suppressed. You're not hearing anything from that side. Everything's coming from this side.
That's exactly.
And we have a lot of noise abatement material.
That's right.
It'll make it a lot nicer. It's so much nicer to shoot a rifle with a can on it.
It's so different that since I have been doing this, I have basically been shooting suppressed, I don't know, for the entire life of the company. And in the rare moments where I am somewhere standing next to somebody without a can,
Right.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I just forget. That was just like a punch to the chest.
Silence now.
It's like, I can't believe I did that.
Especially when they have muzzle brakes.
No wonder I can't hear, because when I was a kid, we just,
Yeah, you shot
we
22
just
without
shot.
hearing protection because you're outside.
We bird hunted without hearing protection,
Yep.
despite what my mother said. Sorry, Mom. But I can't blame it all on the guns. It was also probably Led Zeppelin's fault a little bit too.
Yeah.
Legitimate acknowledgement of the health benefits of shooting with a can. That was a remarkable thing to see. So if you take the white paper as a representation of how the
Right.
ATF is considering these devices, then I think it is reasonable to conclude that sooner than later, the ATF will make changes to speed up the process while maintaining the necessary regulatory oversight on silence.
It does seem like a lot of the NFA items are getting pushed more mainstream. You see lots more people going to suppressors now. You see the SIG race out there
That's
making
right.
SBRs. You see the Shockwave coming out.
Yes, exactly.
With SBSs, short barrel shotguns. So you see all this changing.
It's inevitable. It's inevitable that since the
I don't know if I
NFA
like
was
inevitable
passed.
though, because the gunners do have to get out and do their thing. They have to contact.
I agree.
Yeah, don't just sit back and think it's going to happen.
No. I don't think it's inevitable that there will be change.
Right.
I do think it was inevitable that these things will become popular.
Right.
That is certain. They are fun. They make shooting an absolute pleasure, particularly the silencers. I mean,
Silencers are great for your shooters. They're great
Absolutely.
for people that are noisy first, which is pretty much everybody.
And that was as the shooting sports are growing, and
Right.
they are growing. It was inevitable that people would be drawn to this.
Ready to do.
We're getting ready to learn more about these suppressor weapons and shoot a few of those as well while we're here.
Look at that one, you hit it right in the X. Good job.
Point the right way. Now tug it a little bit, tug the magazine down, keep your finger off the trigger. Great, now put up against your shoulder, hold it tight to your shoulder, grip the forend tight, grip the forend, that's good. Nice and tight, lean your shoulders forward like you're pushing the gun through the wall. And then with your right thumb, switch that lever twice. One more time. Lean into it, grip it hard, push it forward, and pull the trigger. That was excellent. You were right on every shot. You didn't get away from me at all. Very, very good. That's excellent. All right.
Thank you.
Sure thing.
So, how was it?
Wow. It's a lot different than shooting just a single shot gun.
It's fun, isn't it?
It's a lot of fun, yeah, definitely.
Anthony, we're here at Total Shooting. First lady to shoot a gun at the Silent Night Suppressors. We're having a wonderful time out here. Everybody come on out and join Total Shooting. Wonderful people out here, and it's a wonderful team.